In this video, I'm going to help show you to reduce the tonality and any pain that you may have in the left trapezius. Now, oftentimes it's a general pain and can be the levator scapula underneath and other muscles involved, but the trapezius is one of the most tense muscles you're going to get in the body, regardless of who you are, an athlete or somebody who's been sitting still their whole life. That the trap muscles here, these guys, end up taking the brunt of it because they end up having to support the head. Okay, so oftentimes, even though their job isn't to turn the head, they oftentimes try and take over that role. So if we have any bit of inhibition in the sternocleidomastoids, to which I showed you how to release in a different video, previous video, if you were finding no difference in that, then what we want to try and do is help deactivate the trapezius muscles. Now, why or how do they turn the head? So the trapezius muscle, like a trapezoid, I'm pretty sure a trapezoid is a weird shape. It has like different, it's not like a square, it's like, you know, like a parallelogram or something. So it's going to go from the neck to the shoulder to here and back up, okay? It lifts the shoulder, helps retract the shoulder, helps elevate the arm rather, and also helps turn the head. So what we end up having, it helps turn the head just due to its fiber direction. We have what's called a synergistic dominance. So you have the muscles that's meant to be doing the turning of the head. Okay? And then you have your synergists, guys, like a synergy working together. That's what that word means. So a synergist helps it, but sometimes the synergist takes over the role. So then it becomes less efficient to move and harder to move. So the trapezius muscle connects here and onto the neck. So how it would help turn my head to the right, okay? So that's how we do it, because it connects here and here. It just helps turn the head like that. So let's find a way to release it. We can do both at both. You can do them at both the right and left at the same time. No, actually, no, sorry, we're not going to do that. Don't mind that fella that just said that. So let's go for the left shoulder. All right? Left shoulder. Now I'm going to turn around here so you can see. Left shoulder. Again, I want to bring trapezius into the most shortened position. So up, slightly back with the shoulder, and look to the right. Because remember, it turns the head like that. So now it's in its most shortened position. So let's go for just this contraction is fine. Just that little shrug. You don't need to be tensing. If you do that, that's enough. Just simply bring in the arm up. That's enough of a 20%. It's probably more than 20% of anything. So just don't tense it any further. Normal breathing for 12 seconds. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And just reminding yourself to be relaxed. This is all new information, so you can be a bit tense. Trying to do it right. Now, big breath in. I'm going to drop the shoulder, and now I'm going to look to the left. Hold this position for 6. Now let's go for the same again. Now the usual protocol, we can do this, I'm just not going to do it, is each time we introduce the starting position as a slightly lengthened position away from the original shortened position. So up, back, and fully over this way. At the next point we should bring it down slightly and slightly over here. You can do that if you want. I tend to just get results by just keep doing the same starting point with this one. Because there's a lot of different angles going on here, especially for yourself. You might know or remember which is the shortest. So not to confuse things with a muscle that controls so many limbs and angles. So let's just keep it simple. Let's go for the same again. Looking to the right slightly. Raise that shoulder up. Bring it slightly back. Normal breathing for 12 seconds. Big breath in. 8-second exhale, dropping the shoulder, looking to the left. Let's go for it again. Looking over. I'm starting to feel a difference now in my head. I don't know about you guys, but so head over, shoulder shrug, normal breathing, 12 seconds. Big breath in. 8-second exhale. Turning the head in tandem with the breath, dropping the shoulder. Just hearing little cracks in my neck there. I don't know, can you pick up on that from the microphone? It's a new microphone, it's brand new, it's pretty good too, so I'm expecting to pick up everything. Back to our normal position. And just roll out the shoulders and see, do you feel any difference? Look left, look right. Now, so that's why it's always good to give yourself a benchmark at the beginning of how far you can look. I usually just use my chin as a reference. Before I do all this stuff, I can get here, which is actually too far, okay? Because if I can go all the way here, it's actually going into my bones. And the reason I can go all the way there is because this side is so turned on that through something called reciprocal inhibition, when a muscle turns on, the other turns off. That because I can only get here, now I'm going to use this sternocleidomastoid as an example. Because I can only get here with this one, it means all of this is turned off. So when I get here, it goes way too far, okay? I got my sides mixed up there, but you get the idea. When the other one is inhibited, neurologically inhibited, it means that it can't protect you from overextending, okay? So you have the pain on one side, which is overcontracting, limiting your range of motion. Then the other side, you have too much going on, okay? So you want to get the agonist, antagonist, and then synergist muscles. So we'll move on to the right trapezius next.